As you head out for some last-minute school supplies, you may also want to consider making an appointment for your child to see the eye doctor. Diagnosing any sort of sight issue can prove invaluable when it comes to your child's success in class this year. Joining me now is Maureen Cavanagh. She is the president of the Vision Impact Institute. Welcome, Maureen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So give me a sense of how many kids are heading into the school year without the right eye gear.
So, every city and state is different. Locally here in New York, there's close to 100,000 children that should be entering kindergarten this year. And what's alarming is 5% of children entering kindergarten can be diagnosed with eye diseases such as amblyopia, which is lazy eye, or strabismus, which is cross-eyed, that if left undetected could lead to, learning disabilities and also up to blindness, 5%.
So you're saying every kid should just get an eye check, but how do parents know if there really is an issue there?
So I think a parent should feel really comforted to know that after they go to school and get school supplies and get all of their vaccinations and new clothes, on that checklist should also be a comprehensive eye exam, because you want to give a child a baseline before they enter their first academic environment. Some of the symptoms that you may, as a parent, look is if a child is squinting, or if you see when they're reading and they're using their finger to follow along with the lines. Those are just some fundamental challenges that a child may be experiencing that may trigger you to say, hey, I need to get my child into an optometrist or an ophthalmologist.
And most schools do offer in-school screenings. I know when I was in school a long time ago that I had screenings there. Isn't that enough?
Sure. So screenings really are better than nothing, but there's so much more involved in a comprehensive eye exam. It's very different. The three basic fundamental differences are, number one, a comprehensive eye exam is done by a medical doctor. It's an optometrist or an ophthalmologist, whereas a screening, it's done by a non-medical volunteer, sometimes nurses, sometimes pediatricians. Secondly is an optometrist or an ophthalmologist can detect for so many other diseases other than visual acuity, like diabetes, hypertension, MS. They also do more functional testing, like peripheral vision and binocular vision, making sure that both eyes are working together. Whereas in a screening, they're only testing, in most cases, just for distance vision and visual acuity. And the last reason, which is really important, is if you go to get your eyes examined from a comprehensive optometrist, they're able to diagnose right in the chair. Whereas if you're at a screening at a school, they refer you if you don't pass the screening. And a lot of times children fall through the cracks because they don't actually go to an optometrist to fulfill that referral.
So it might be good to actually have optometrists in schools, right?
That would be ideal, but they have, a full profession as well. So what has worked well in other states, so throughout the United States, there are 3 states today that require mandatory eye exams before entering school. And it actually is just another box on the checklist before entering school that they have received a comprehensive eye exam from an optometrist. And a lot of times people will say, well, how expensive is it? Can we afford to have all children be, examined? And it's very surprising. Almost always, it's at no cost to the parents, because there are many ways that you can pay for it. One is through the Affordable Care Act. Every child is available to get a comprehensive eye exam up till 19 years old. In addition to that, there are vision service plans out there that are covered from employers of parents. Then there's also Medicaid for underprivileged communities. And there's also philanthropic foundations that will provide the ability to have a comprehensive eye exam for children.
And the earlier you get kids checked out, the sooner you catch maybe some more serious eye issues, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the American Optometric Association requires or requests 3 months when a child's born, after 3 months, after 1 year, and then first entry into kindergarten. And it's amazing how much you can check before somebody's entering school. You can give them an opportunity to be more successful in their life and to reach their full potential, doing well academically.
And to also correct things that can't be corrected later on.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, amblyopia and strabismus, if it's not caught before the age of 7, that could cause blindness. And giving the child the ability to do well in school is really the baseline for their success.
Yeah, you know, especially now, kids are not just looking at a blackboard with white chalk, which is pretty good and easy to see because you have that contrast. Many kids are heading into school, they have whiteboards they have to look at, computer screens. Can you talk about how that changes the equation a bit?
You're exactly right. The actual curriculum for kindergarten and first grade has changed. It's evolved. There's a lot more accommodative work. There's a lot more near work that's being done, and using computers and tablets. And that's changed also their visual adaptations. So because of the demands of kindergarten and first grade, it is really critical that you have a full comprehensive eye exam. Because again, a screening in most times is only testing for distance vision, and distance vision for a smart board or a chalkboard. But you also need to make sure that up close that they can read. And there have been many studies that dictate that if a child can't see or read well in school, they end up migrating to the back of the classroom. They end up migrating back, and not doing so well in school can cause literacy issues. There's statistics that show about juvenile delinquency when children can't see well, they don't do well in school, and they drop out. So we want to give children the opportunity to be successful early on in life by requiring a comprehensive eye exam.
All right, Maureen Cavanagh, thank you so much.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.